Welcome back, everybody, to the farm. We are heading up here to, what is this, fields 31 through 33. We will be spreading manure on these fields. The other fields, we are actually, you know what? I think we're going to start in 32 first. You will see why. Let's head around to that field. And yeah, we're going to start in that field. Anyway, what I was saying is, I think the best thing to do based on everybody's responses, thank you so much for all the responses and comments, by the way, and I think the best thing to do is to spread manure on these fields, and then we will spread slurry on the grass. I completely forgot about the fact that you can fertilize the grass fields. So we will do that with the grass fields. Are we closer to the bottom or the top here? I think we're closer to the bottom. Yeah, let's just head down to the bottom here. And we're going to start on the far side. We're going to, let's see. I know traditionally when you fertilize, like with a sprayer, you spray the outline of the field first, but then you, whoa, it's kind of a bit of a slowdown there. I know you spread the outside of the field first and then you go the long rows, but I don't think you want to do that when you're slinging poo all over the place because, well, then you'll have a nasty mess to clean up. So let's get up here. And I think the edge of this field is basically straight. So this will be a great starting point for GPS. And I did want to say, let's get away from the, well, we can go backwards just a little bit more so that we start on the edge and then we can do the end rows from there. Okay. I did want to say thank you to, I believe it was Luke Latham, who suggested this GPS hard mod. It basically just changes the it gives you a nice little update. It makes it a little bit more real life over here. So we want to set a new direction. Well, first we want to automate that, then we want to get rid of the offset and now do a new direction. And are we, let's see, how close are we to the line there? We can afford to go a little bit to the right, and I think that should cover. See, I don't want to waste any, and I don't mind if the very edge is not covered. A little bit over there on the side that is missed from fertilized is not the end of the world. So let's back up and get started here. I think that, let's see, I don't want to back too far into the hedge there. So I think that'll be good enough. Now we got to get a little bit lined up better. I actually should have pulled forward a little bit more. Let's just do this right, guys. Here we go. So we are, oh man, there's a lot of poo in here. Okay. Actually, let's back up just a little bit more. Hey, might as well do it in GPS, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now to make a few pretty screenshots, I think I will turn off the line mode, and let's I think I'll do this in one of the cinematics. We have not had one of those cinematics in a long time, so here we are. I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back, everybody. I think that is the end of the little scenic thing. What was I calling those? Cinematics. That's what I was calling them. I think that is the end of them. I'm feeling kind of lonely here, not talking, and I don't want to fill the whole episode with cinematics. So, the snow melted, I think, a layer. So the snow is almost gone. There's still a little bit left at the home that you probably saw there, but it's just about gone. I still have a little bit left to finish up in the field. Yeah, so I think I'll do a lot of this off screen. I don't know if these make for very interesting cinematics. I mean, it's not something as interesting as, you know, bale stacking or harvesting and unloading, and, you know, that kind of stuff's a little bit more interesting. This is, I don't know, at least doing it this way with nobody to talk to is a little bit monotonous. And you can see that even Frederick here struggles getting up this hill with this. This is a lot of weight back here. Frederick is having quite the tough time. I think I might have wanted to put a front weight on him. I kept that back weight on from plowing because I think it helps, you know, weight down the tractor a little bit more and get a little bit more tractor. You know, that's part of the problem with tractors in real life, and indeed Dural has made it so with the more realistic mod, where basically a tractor always has more power than can actually be supplied to the ground, you know, because of slippage, and that is part of the problem. So those weights actually help out a lot. I know, actually, I helped one of our neighboring farmers put on weights for his tractor so he could get out there and do some fall tillage, but he did not have it when he was, he did not have them on when he was running the tractor with the auger wagon, just because he wanted to minimize compaction. So, but he felt he needed them for tillage to give the tractor a little bit more traction. Anyway, we are finishing up this field here. We are pretty much done. Yeah, this field is much smaller than the one right next door. That one was huge. It took a lot of trips. You can see that I've been running to Little Woolhope and buying manure from there. That is just because I think it was Platinum Turbo back, it seemed like 20 episodes ago, where he suggested getting that because, you know, we're trying to run an organic farm. So if you are new to the series, that's part of the fiction where, you know, that's also an organic farm, Little Woolhope, but he only has dairy and pastures. So, you know, occasionally we sell him some grain, and occasionally he sells us manure, and it works out really well. And slurry. There's a slurry, we can buy slurry from him there as well. Anyway, you saw me running over there. Well, that's because we ran out of manure. And at the very beginning of the episode, I talked about how the plan was to start in the middle field, and I said, well, you'll see why. And I grossly underestimated the amount of manure that we had. I thought we had at least 2 or 3 more loads in our home pit there. We really only had 1 load. I don't know why I thought it was so much more. I mean, the relative size fit about in 1, you know, load of the wagon. So let's I think we'll just back up here now, and we'll do the end row here, and then we'll come back and get the then we'll come back and get the rest there. So, oh boy, this is ugly. And yeah, so my thought was to start kind of over in the middle field and do basically the middle field, and you know what, this will be much easier to do the middle field and the, you know, this field with the home pit. I don't know, that was grossly underestimating the amount of manure that I actually had, so there's no way that would work. But anyway, that is why I started from the, you know, the far side of that field, because I was going to work this way towards our farm, and it would be shorter trips to our home manure pit. But yeah, then it just ended up taking even longer because I was further away from where I was actually getting the manure from. So I will have to remember that for next year. I don't know why I thought the way that I did, but I did. And let's see. Whoops, get out of the hedgerow there. I think that we might as well do the end row up here as well, and then I think that kind of, let's see, does that go crooked a little bit? No, I think I'm going slightly crooked. I think I'll only do, oh, it seems to get wider. Yeah, that's what I thought. It gets wider up here. I thought about only doing 1 more pass down there, but I think I'll need 2, so I actually should have just sprayed manure on the way up, and then it would have been perfect on the way down. But yeah, I thought I was going to only have to do 1 more pass, so that was my mistake. Anyway, let's finish off the end rows up here. Whoa. Little spiky branch we hit. Talk like Yoda. Little spiky branch we hit. Okay, let's get in here, and I think that should be good enough. Yeah, we're just getting the worst of it. If there's a little bit missed from manure, that's not the end of the world. we're trying to get the majority of the field fertilized, not every last little bit. So I think that we can, let's see, we'll just finish all the way to the end and do the outside path on GPS first. And we can come back and do the other one on our way up. All right, so as long as it's at least half a width, I think we will keep doing this. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? I want to make sure that we get, you know what, I can finish this. I don't know. Yeah, see, that's kind of the halfway point. So I think after we run off the grass there, it won't be, actually, just stop wasting the manure and maybe do, there we go. Okay, so now let's go back up and get the rest of this field. And then we will finish off the other one. And this recording is already going on an hour and 20 minutes. I know you're going to only see a fraction of that with the cinematic, but the Cubs are going to start playing soon. And even though I have a gut feeling they're going to lose, my gut's been proven wrong because they won the World Series last year, despite my pessimistic attitude. So, you know, one can only hope and dream. And, yeah, I do enjoy baseball, and so don't really follow football anymore, but that's another story. But we will, yeah, I think I will conclude it here because I really want to watch the Cubs. And, you know, the cinematic's gone on for a long time, and I have to edit it all together. So the longer I spend in here is the less I get to spend, you know, out there watching. I guess I could just edit it Friday morning, but I not that I'm doing all of this for one guy, but I think it was Platinum Turbo that said he really enjoys waking up and being able to watch an episode with his morning coffee. So, not that I am catering to just one person, but actually, if you guys had any feedback, if I am releasing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do you care when I release it? Do you want me to release it as soon as possible? Or would you rather wait until, actually YouTube, so if you can trust YouTube analytics, they say the best time for me to publish is at 6 p.m. because that's apparently when the most of my YouTube followers are online and will happen to see my, let's close this while we're driving. That's when most of my YouTube subscribers are online and will happen to see my video, I think, and are more likely to watch it, therefore. So, I don't know. I might want to play around with the analytics a little bit, and maybe I'll wait and publish an episode at 6 and see if, you know, it takes off a little bit better. I don't know. If you guys don't know how YouTube works, it's fascinating where, you know, they do this algorithm, and so, like, when you hit the subscribe button, it actually doesn't even send out every of my episodes to all of my subscribers. It sends it out to, like, a sample size. I'm not really sure how many of them, but it sends out to a sample of my viewers, and then depending on how many of them click on it and watch it, then it'll send it to even more of my subscribers. And then if that's successful and I get engagement, so the thumbs up and the comments really help, but then they'll send it out to other people that aren't subscribers on the little suggested videos, and then they'll just, you know, it keeps on taking off from there. And the first 24 hours are the most critical, and after the first 24 hours, then it stops suggesting it so much and basically doesn't even suggest it at all. Sometimes, a lot of the time, not even to my own viewers. So talking and driving, it is not a good thing. Anyway, so that is why, you know, I might try waiting until 6 p.m. if that's what is really the best. Then I'm getting more views in that, and I can't talk and drive. Then I'm getting more views within that 24-hour period. I don't know. So I do want to say the only disclaimer to that, if you do really enjoy my episodes and want to get, okay, this is ridiculous. Goodness, okay. I say this a lot, but I do drive a tractor in real life, and I have never backed into anything, and I have backed up into tighter spaces than this before while talking. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot harder in this. Oh, there was, Okay, well that's what I was hitting. I didn't know that was there, so that is part of the problem. So as you can see, this is the manure pit that, oh my goodness, I didn't get it that time. A little bit too sharp. This is the manure pit that I was using, and you can use it released with a special shovel set that you can actually scoop your own poop, and I'm not sure if it's cheaper when you do that. Maybe Platinum Turbo could help me out there. I think he's the one that suggested these, but oh, I was loading. Okay, let's get back in there a little bit more. There we go. And we are loading on up. So, yeah, I'm not sure if it's cheaper with the shovel, but, you know, this kind of simulates him, you know, the farmer that owns this farm, having his own front loader and loading it for me when I drop by his farm. So that's feasible. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so if you subscribe, be sure to hit the little bell icon if you want to get notified of all of my videos when they are released. Otherwise, they'll only suggest them to whatever they think that you might want to see, which is why I think that the Transport Fever and Mashinsky views, I think that's why maybe a lot of less people are viewing them, just because, you know, if you're here for Farming Simulator, then you might not even notice that I've been producing other videos. So be sure to check out that. I really like Transport Fever, and I really like Mershinsky, and I think they're gonna, well, Transport Fever's already out, but I think Mershinsky is gonna be a very nice game. And Real Farm comes out tomorrow, so I will have well, actually it'll be today by the time you watch this episode, but I think I will get that and give you my opinion on that game. So maybe it'll convince you to buy it, or maybe it'll save you a pretty penny. So yeah, if you care about my opinion on that matter, then look for that video. I'll try to upload it actually the same day, so maybe I'll look to actually upload this one earlier. Anyway, enough of that discussion. I think this will be it. You know what, it's probably, yeah, it's past lunchtime. Yeah, I haven't had my lunch yet. I think I'll probably walk back to the house, and I'll probably finish this and most of the slurry spreading off screen. I might do some of the slurry spreading on screen. Yeah, I probably will do the slurry on screen, but this will be finished off screen. Yeah, anyway, be sure to hit the bell button if you've already subscribed, and then you'll get notified of every single episode that I produce if you enjoy my content. But otherwise, just hit the subscribe button if you like me and you are not subscribed. And if you don't like me, well, then that's fine too. Everybody can do whatever they want, because that is... yeah. Anyway, we are done, I think, because it is time to go, and I'm hungry, and the Cubs are playing. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please excuse this shorter episode, and thanks a lot for everything. All right, bye-bye.